Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new. Today's video is so exciting because Rimmel London officially became cruelty-free. They are Leaping Bunny certified as of yesterday when I'm filming this, and I could not be happier. I'm so excited to see another brand move in this direction, and I really hope that we continue to see this. My fingers are totally crossed for Maybelline to become Leaping Bunny certified one day. I would love that. But I did actually go to Walgreens and pick up just a couple of products from the line. I do have some thoughts. I think that it looks to me, I don't know if they've announced this anywhere, but it looks to me like Rimmel is leaving the United States, at least in brick and mortar stores. They are no longer sold in any of the Walmarts in my area, at least. They used to be in all the Walmarts. They're not in my Targets, and I found a selection of them at a Walgreens store, but they were all heavily discounted, which was great for my wallet, but it does make me think that they might be moving out of brick and mortar stores. So, you know, if you can find them near you, it looks like they're still available at Walgreens and Rite Aid if you have any of those stores near you. Otherwise, maybe you could order them online, but in general, it looks like they're going to become harder and harder to get your hands on. But in the meantime, I did go ahead and pick up just a few products. I've got 6 things here, so I'm going to kind of show you guys all of them. So the first thing I picked up, I kind of wish I hadn't, just because I picked this up just because I know that I used to use it all the time, and I didn't look online to see their shade range ahead of time. And today I saw several people posting about their shade range, and it's really bad. Like, it is really bad. The shades do not go deep at all. This is a shade Transparent, and if I were to get a tinted shade, they were all too dark for me. So it's just really frustrating that they can't be more inclusive. Like, at this point, we are in 2022. Like, we need to be a little bit more inclusive here. And by a little, I mean a lot. It's like pretty sad. But I did pick this up. I used to use this in high school, and I really wanted to give it another shot and see if I like it. I remember liking it in high school, so we will of course try that on here in just a couple of minutes, but that's the only face product that I picked up. Next, I picked up a couple of lip liners. I was really excited about these because they are retractable, and they had 2 kind of neutral, for me, like nude colored shades at the store. So I picked up the shades Innocent and Rose Addiction. Innocent is a little bit of a lighter nude. It's what I have on right now. And then Rose Addiction is a little bit deeper. I will actually be showing you on the lips, but let me go ahead and just swatch them on my hand so you can see them. This one is the shade Innocent. So it is just a little bit of a lighter neutral color, and it has a little bit of a peachy undertone to it. And then Rose Addiction, as you might can guess, is a little bit more rose tone or pinkish. So that one is a little bit deeper, and it actually looks quite deep on my lips. So those are the 2 lip liners that I picked up. Then I also picked up this lip gloss. So by the way, all of these products were roughly like $2.50 to $3.50, the first 4 that I've talked about. But this lip gloss is the Stay Glossy lip gloss in the shade Blushing Belgrave's 130. And it's just a nice kind of neutral pink shade. So that's the one that I picked up. I have some thoughts about this that we will get into towards the try on portion of this, but I do have it on right now. I think it looks really pretty. So yeah, that's nice. Next up, I picked up 2 mascaras. So I picked up the Wonder Extension mascara. This one has a rubber bristle brush, and it's a little bit more spiky, a little bit more spread out. I don't know why, I just found this brush to look really intriguing, and I wanted to try it out. I picked it up in the shade Brown Black. It's not a brown mascara, do not be fooled. It pretty much looks like a dull black, which makes sense, it's called Brown Black, but I probably should have just picked up the Blackest Black shade, but that's okay. The other mascara I picked up is the one I used to use in high school from this brand, and it was called the Scandal Eyes Mascara. This one is a more natural brush, but it is so chunky and thick and fluffy, and it's just nostalgic for me because these 2 products are 2 that I used to use a lot in high school. And then since I went cruelty-free, of course, I haven't purchased from them just because they were not Leaping Bunny certified, and they were not labeled cruelty free yet. So I hadn't picked them up in many, many years, and I'm really happy to have this again and try it out and see if it's just as good as I remember. But I will be showing you, of course, again, a demo of both mascaras. So let's go ahead and jump into the demo part of this, and then I'll get into my final thoughts. I'll have timestamps if you want to jump to the final thoughts or anything. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the demo. The first thing that I want to test out is this powder. I used to use this in high school, and I remember just using it a lot. I won't say I remember loving it because I feel like I didn't know what a good powder was. Sometimes I still wonder if I know what a good powder is because a lot of them are very similar, but I picked up the translucent or transparent shade 001. I'm just going to try it out with a fluffy powder brush. It does kind of feel like the pan is moving around a little bit in the packaging. The packaging honestly doesn't feel that nice, but it feels the exact same as when I used it in high school. So I'm just going to pack it underneath this eye as sort of a finishing powder, or just, you know, a setting powder. Let's see what this one's actually called. It just says lightweight mattifying, lasts up to 5 hours. I feel like that claim is actually not that good, but I have dry skin, so it'd probably last a little bit longer. All of their stuff is matte, like stay matte everything. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is a pretty standard setting powder. So here it is with it and without it. There's not really much of a difference. Turn my lighting down. Oh, my lighting is so bad. I'm sorry, guys. I wish I could show you better. Honestly, there's really like not much of a difference there. You can tell like I just put like a layer of powder over this side. It didn't really do anything. It definitely didn't add any coverage. I know this is called transparent, but the other shades would have been too deep for me. This to me is just like, okay, I'll probably try and use it up. But honestly, I think this kind of feels similar to the e.l.f. powder that I used. I'm not sure. I did use this today and I didn't notice anything special. So I don't know. It's a little bit of a bummer, but especially with how cheap it feels, I'd probably just skip it, unfortunately. But it is nice and like a little bit reminiscent of when I used to use it in high school. Okay, next let's try mascara. Again, I actually did use this today so that I could kind of report to you guys about a wear test. Part of me is tempted to open this other mascara because I did actually try this one today and wore it all day to work. I just don't know that I want to end up having like more than 4 mascaras open. I don't know. This one honestly is so far is not living up to the hype just as far as the wand goes. I was really excited about this. This is the Wonder Extension Lash Extension Effect Mascara. I really like the way the wand looks, but it doesn't really work as well as I thought it would. I think that I was anticipating the wand actually being a little bit smaller to be able to kind of define the lashes more. And this does provide a lot of length. So if that's what you're into, it's actually really nice. But I'm curious to see how this mascara works, like maybe 2 or so weeks after being open, because I feel like I'll probably like it a lot better at that point, once it's kind of dried up a little bit. I will say though, it held up really nicely today and I really liked how it looked. I actually had a little bit of a cry today, so I was kind of like wiping underneath my eyes and stuff, and it stayed put really well. It did not fall, like, it did not transfer all over my face or anything like that. And there's actually still a little bit of mascara even on my lower lash lines by the end of the day. So, you know, I've got to give it props for that. It actually wore pretty well and I'm happy about it. So actually, I'm really excited about this, especially once it's been open for a while. I probably should have just gone ahead and gotten the black shade because I was curious to see what black brown would be like, but it's not a brown mascara. It is a black mascara, kind of like it would imply. It's just not so intense, but I mean, I can't deny it looks pretty good. But since I didn't pick up a ton of products, I'm going to go ahead and open this one. I would actually really like to compare them. This is the one I remember using in high school as well. This is the Scandalize mascara and it has quite a large brush. So I actually think it'll be really interesting to see the comparison. I want to see how different the look will be because yeah, I really do remember this. That is one thing. I wondered how long these had been sitting on the shelves in Walgreens because I noticed on the concealers and something else, it looked like the liquids had kind of been like sitting there for a while. So hopefully these aren't super old, but let's try this mascara. This wand is huge. These wands are totally different, so I think that's really nice to be able to have two different looks. You can really get a bunch of different looks, whereas I feel sometimes brands have kind of the exact same mascara wands. I'm feeling that way about CoverGirl right now. I feel like I've not been able to find a lot of variety with their mascaras from what I've tried. So I really like that these are totally different. It's weird because like even though the wand is large, it still doesn't feel like uncomfortable. I'm not stabbing myself in the eye or anything. And it's actually really, really coating the lashes nicely. This eye here with the orange tube, the Scandalize, has like little tiny little dots on the ends of the lashes. So they're a little bit more like clumpy looking, you know what I mean? But they're very subtle, so I feel like you actually might not even notice that. Oh, I really like these mascaras, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna actually like try and build them up one more time. Let me show you. This is with like one really good coat. I mean, I take a long time to put coats of mascara on, but that's one coat of each. I'm gonna go ahead and put a full second coat on. Okay, so here's two coats of both mascaras. Again, I have the Scandalize on this eye and then the Wonder extension on the other one. I feel like there's definitely a difference. Like there's two different lash looks here going on and I really love both of them. So here is just a look so that you guys can see how they're turning out. These remind me of a good drugstore mascara. You guys have no idea how badly I want L'Oreal and Maybelline to become cruelty-free. I love their mascaras and I really miss them for exactly this reason. The OG makeup brands do mascara best. I'm telling you, they're so good. The last products we have to try are lip products, so let's go ahead and test them out. I've got two lip liners here. I think I'll start out by showing you the lighter one and then I will show you the deeper of the two. So the lighter one is the shade 032 Innocent. And it's a nice retractable lip liner. I will say I wore this one today and I wore the gloss. I wanted to kind of be able to tell you guys how everything wore. So that's why I went ahead and tested them out first thing today, so I could tell you. But the lip liner I feel like held up really nicely. Actually, it's not too buttery soft that it's just gonna slip everywhere, but it's also not firm that it's like pulling or tugging on my lips. So this shade is a really nice warm-ish kind of a nude shade on me, but I'd say it's actually like pretty nude and neutral for the most part. I have a little bit of lip gloss that's kind of settled onto the lips. I hate when I edit back videos and see that. Then the darker one is called 018 Rose Addiction, and it's just a little bit of a deeper neutral. This is the only product other than the Scandalize mascara I haven't tried yet. Ooh, that's a really pretty color. And I'm enjoying that it's a retractable lip liner because I have a lot of sharpened ones right now. Okay, this is actually really pretty, I think. I really like how it's looking and I can definitely tell that it would stay put on the lips as well. It seems to be really consistent with the lighter shade. I do feel like I'd like the lighter shade a little bit more with this look. So let's try the gloss on top of this. This is their Stay Glossy Lip and it's in the shade 130 Blushing Belgraves. So it's this nice neutrally pink color. It does have a little bit of shimmer in it and I want to see how it pairs with this lip liner. Yeah, I think it's really pretty. I like how glossy this looks. You definitely would need to wipe the doe foot off to get that pigment off from the lip liner. But yeah, I really like this gloss. It doesn't smell like overly nice. To be honest, it kind of feels like a gloss from LA Colors or something, but you know, it's nice. It's a nice drugstore gloss. So, you know, I don't really have anything other than that to say about it, honestly. I could have done without, honestly, the gloss just because I think it's just kind of like a standard drugstore, kind of lower end drugstore gloss. And I don't like the powder as much as I thought that I would. ever since using it in high school. I think it was just, like I said, the nostalgia thing for me. So that's kind of why I picked it up. I think it could save your money. I mean, it's only a couple of dollars. It does look like it comes with more product than the e.l.f. one that's in the clear packaging. So for that reason, you know, maybe it's worth it to pick this one up if there's a shade that will work for you. But just know that if you have to pick up the transparent shade, it's not going to add a single bit of coverage. So just, you know, keep that in mind. I mean, I don't think it's terrible. I just really don't like suggest it, I guess. So out of everything, I would say pick up any of these. Pick up the lip liners or especially the mascaras. I mean, this is the standout product for me. Now that it's totally dry, I can actually like show you what it will look like. So I'm interested to see how I like these after a couple of weeks. You guys know I'll be sure to let you know in a future video. But yeah, let me know if you guys are planning to pick up anything from Rimmel now that they are Leaping Bunny certified. If you guys decide to pick up any mascaras, let me know which one you get and what you think about it, because I'm really excited about the two that I got and I really love the way my lashes look. I think if I had to pick one, surprisingly, I actually think I would go with the Wonder Extension, because I really like how it looks even longer and just more bold in general. And I could see this formula feeling like it's harder to use the longer it's open, just because the brush is so fluffy. I feel like the dryness of a formula would be difficult and flaky with that, but a drier formula on this type of a brush actually might lend itself to be helpful. So that's kind of where I'm at with this, but I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know down below if you guys have any standout products from Rimmel that I didn't try today that I should pick up, because I would not mind finding a couple new favorites, especially some new favorite drugstore mascaras. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you did like it, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and also consider subscribing to my channel if you want to see more videos from me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!